Good day, you beautiful people. So I want to talk about this poll right here that was done by Nano Polls and requested by CTV News. Now you would think by the title, which states support for clearing out homeless encampments outweighs opposition, that you think a lot of people must not care for encampments and want them gone. But before we look at the numbers, I really want you guys to look at something. Anytime you see a poll, always look for this information that tells you how many people partaked in the poll. For instance, this poll was only done from September 29th to October 1st and only had 1,052 Canadians respond. Their requirements was that you had to be over 18 and you have to have access to internet and a home phone or cell phone. Now that second requirement knocks out a lot of people because if you're suffering a housing issue, you may not have access to internet or a home phone or cell phone. Now the question on this poll was, several communities across Canada has declared a state of emergency in order to clear out homeless encampments in parks and public places. Do you support, somewhat oppose, or oppose declaring states of emergency to clear out homeless encampments? And as you can see, it's more leaning towards supporting the idea. They called people in Atlantic Canada, Quebec, Ontario, the Prairies, and BC. Remember, this poll only took 1,052 people. Stretched out across Canada, that's not many voices at all. I've done polling data in the past on a tenant survey back in 2017, I think, and I know for a fact, if you want people's honest opinions on topics like this, there's a lot better ways you can go about it to get a lot more numbers. Get people more involved in polling. You can reach out to local food banks, local communities, local non-profits, and get them to share the link to your poll so you can get better and more accurate voices. This costs next to nothing to do. It definitely needs to last more than 3 days. Now to actually address the question at hand, that provinces and communities across Canada have been using states of emergency to close down encampments. Nova Scotia hasn't had the best history when it comes to dealing with encampments. Remember, it was Halifax that chose these encampment locations, yet some of them they closed by just straight lying to the people. Or realized after they opened their designated encampment that they picked a poor location. Yet again, it's the people that suffer. Everybody knows encampments are meant to be temporary while we're dealing with the housing crisis. And those who are homeless are especially in danger of the crimes and drugs that the cities have across Canada. While each province across Canada is working on their own housing issues and dealing with affordable housing, more needs to be done to properly help those who have nowhere to go but designated encampments. You can't keep just expecting to close these encampments and the problem to go away. It especially doesn't help things that our premier is still wanting to double the population, which is only going to add to the unhoused population. Shelters have already claimed that they're full, or due to their requirements, they can't accept certain individuals that may need shelter. Let's not even talk about Feed Nova Scotia and how much they are struggling. At the end of the day, homeless encampments are just a symptom of the bigger problem, and we should not be focused on closing them down, but focusing on making sure they're safe and secure for not only the people around the encampment, but for the people who need them because they have nowhere to go. Yet again, this is my opinion on the matter, and I'm very curious to know what are your thoughts about this in the comments down below.